Hello. What's good, everybody? How you doing? Hey, hey. We're going to get some music. We're going to get some music to this. Y'all just wait and see. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again, wherever you at, locally or globally, to another episode of Chit Chat Chew Show podcast, where I'm one of the co-hosts, Aisha, also known as Jade, and the other co-host is...
Your other co-host is Uno, other half of person of the Chit Chat Chew Show for tonight.
It's so funny.
I just wanted to be comical.
I know. So here we are again, another episode that typically airs or normally airs from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're not in the Eastern time zone, wherever you're at, just adjust your time, jump on in on the conversation. We love dialogue, and we welcome you, and we thank you in advance for those that are going to catch the replay if you can't catch us live. So we have another awesome show tonight. Okay, so make sure that you tune in. This evening we're going to talk about Victorina Morales, who is
she's like a maid.
A maid.
She's a maid.
She's a maid.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Mikaila Ulmer. I believe that's the little girl who's 12 years old, who started her own lemonade business that is out here in the market. We're going to talk about Kim Porter and her sudden death, that had her untimely passing, I should say, her untimely passing, and the conspiracy behind that. And we're going to talk about Dr. Lindiwe Sidali.
And she's a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Absolutely. So we have a lot to talk about. Jump in, like we said. I don't know who's joining us live, but make yourself known who you are.
Represent.
So let's jump right on in.
Let me scoot up further so y'all can see my face clearer.
So the first person that we're going to talk about is...
I look like a midget.
Oh, no. The first person that we're going to talk about is Mikaila Ulmer, okay? And it's coming from abcnews.go.com. So we're going to meet the 11-year-old with a Whole Foods contract, right? So I feel like, before I start speaking about this, if you're a person who's interested in starting your business, or you already have, and you might feel discouraged, or you may not know what direction to go to, I feel like this is another one of those inspirational topics, or interesting conversation. And she's 12, okay?
Ain't that something?
Right. So, well, she's 12 now, but I believe at the time that this happened for her, she was 11. So she's just 11 years old, but Mikaila Ulmer has pretty much done it all. She's met President Obama, snagged an investment on Shark Tank, and she has a deal with Whole Foods. How cool is that? Ulmer of Austin, Texas, is founder and CEO of Bee Sweet Lemonade, which is BEE Sweet Lemonade, which sells lemonade made with flaxseed and honey. On May 2nd, Bee Sweet Lemonade will rebrand as Me and the Bees Lemonade. The company says, as it expands its distribution and calls people of all ages and backgrounds to make good of stings life gives us. So not only is it, I'm sure I have not tried it yet, not only is it the flavors are good, but it's very healthy. I mean, a lemonade that's made with flaxseed and honey, come on.
Can't go wrong with that.
Come on.
and she making it inclusive so everybody can enjoy it.
Exactly.
So that's great.
This year has already started with a bang as her business expands. She just returned as a celebrity chef at the White House Easter egg roll, presenting her lemonade. And she recently announced a distribution deal with United Natural Foods. The sixth grader with a 9 p.m. bedtime has sold lemonade at Whole Foods since 2014, when Ulmer hosted events to educate shoppers about bees. Last April, Whole Foods gave Ulmer a low-interest local producer loan that allowed her to expand beyond the lemonade's original flavor. The amount of the loan hasn't been disclosed, as it should not. I mean, it's not everybody's business.
Yeah, sure.
But Whole Foods said its loans range from $1,000 to $100,000. At the time, Be Sweet Lemonade was sold in 32 Whole Food markets. Now it's sold in 62 Whole Food stores in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And there are 4 flavors, which are mint, ginger, tea, and prickly pear. The buzz all started when Ulmer was 4 years old. That's when her family encouraged her to make a product for the Action Children's Business Fair and Austin Lemonade Day. Around that time, her great-granny Helen sent the family a 1940s cookbook, which included her recipe for flaxseed lemonade. Mikaila sweetened the recipe with honey while she learned about the role of honeybee pollination, in the ecosystem. So Mikaila invests a portion of the products from her company to Heifer International Sustainable Food Center of Austin and Texas Beekeepers Association to help save the bees. The lemonade is made in a commercial food processing facility in Austin, and Sarin Foods Distributors delivers the products to stores in the Southwest region, according to her website. So one of Mikaila's first big breaks happened when she was 9 years old. I mean, how awesome is that? If a 9-year-old or as young as 4 has that type of mindset to want to start a business, I don't see why we can't.
Right. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely. So she and her father, Theo, appeared on ABC's reality show, The Shark Tank, if you're familiar with it. And if you're not, check it out. It's pretty awesome. A lot of people get discovered. Even the ones that don't win, they get discovered. So they were on the reality show Shark Tank during its 6th season. They cut a deal with Fubu CEO Damon John, giving him 25% of the company for $60,000. The deal was contingent that his partners could distribute the lemonade in convenience stores. So last year was full of other milestones, including meeting President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, being featured in Oprah's magazine, teaching 20 free bee workshops to more than 1,000 students, and getting straight A's, according to her YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that is so cool. I mean, how cool is that?
That's real cool.
I mean, I commend that little young lady. You know what I'm saying? She is 12 years old now, because this story was back in 2016. But I'm just saying, she has grown so much.
She's becoming a young lady now.
Absolutely. She's in her teens. Yeah. And so that's why I say all the successful stories that we have read from different individuals as young as 11, 12 years old on up, and a lot of them have gone through challenges, whether it's minimal or severe, and they've overcome it. So why can't we? Why can't we, for those of us, because everybody's not business owners or everybody's not entrepreneurs, but even if you're not, even just in a career, it's motivational, it's inspirational. It lets you know that whatever your challenges that you may go through, you can overcome them, and with hard work, definitely. Like nothing comes free. Okay.
Sure.
Everything, your business can't succeed off of everything being free.
That's true.
You have to invest in your business.
Financially take a risk.
Financially take a risk, spiritually take a risk, mentally, emotionally take a risk. It's your business, because when you invest in your business and you do your research and all of your due diligence and go through all of the challenges that you're going to go through, and you're learning all at the same time, it's going to triple. So just invest in yourself.
And the thing about being an entrepreneur, everybody can do entrepreneurship. Like this is not a regular job. This not the same setup as a regular job. A regular job, you don't have to put so much time, effort. I mean, you do, but I'm saying, like, you don't have to put so much into a job. You just go there to clock on, work, clock off, go home. Entrepreneurship, it's a constant build. You have to think of new ideas, how to get creative, how you're gonna what's your marketing strategy, what your promotion angle is gonna be. I mean, you're constantly trying to figure out ways to grow your business, and that is hard. It is not easy. It's not like a regular 9-to-5. You don't put that much thought into a regular 9-to-5 job as
well for some.
But entrepreneurship,
that's something totally different.
That takes a lot of dedication, a lot of brain power, a lot of really just being knowledgeable. Like it's just so much that comes with being an entrepreneur to even get to a level where you can support yourself. That's the part.
Right.
How are you going to keep supporting yourself being an entrepreneur?
Absolutely.
And that's why you're always on the go trying to figure
always
out how
on
to
the go.
keep
You
it going.
Eat and sleep.
Right.
Your business. You think about it constantly. How can you improve it constantly every day? How can you market it better? How can you brand it better? A lot of times your business names do change. So just know, like Uno said, like
it's a lot more work than
it's a lot more work. And a lot of people quit their 9-to-5, their traditional jobs, and they just have nothing really to fall back on when they start, when they start a business for themselves, and they're going on a faith of action, a prayer, a chant, or whatever, to really focus on their passion instead of just a job. Right? And you don't want to exist. I know I don't. You want to live, you want to thrive, you want to have financial wealth, financial stability for you and your family and things of that nature. So yeah, like you said, it takes a lot. And she's young, still young, so she definitely has the support of her parents.
Not everybody has
and
that.
Everybody
or any kind of support system.
Right. So if you don't have that, and right, so if you don't have that definitely means like you have to do more and go harder, grind harder. So I mean, I commend her. I first want to just stop and say thank you, Michelle Pearson, for joining us. And
appreciate it, Michelle Pearson, for joining.
And that looked like Bree. That's Bree. Hey, Bree.
What's going on?
Michelle Pearson. A lot of commitment and no sleep.
Yeah.
There's a lot. You're absolutely right. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know about Uno, but I know a lot of times just thinking about Chit Chat Chew and, where we just started off of a whim. We just one day was like, let's do a business.
Yeah.
It wasn't no previous thought before it. It just something. Yeah.
It fell together and happened.
Collectively.
And it seemed right too. It is right. It was
absolutely.
It was perfect time. It was just naturally came about.
And then we have our own collective things that, we're working on as well. So, right, it is no sleep a lot of times. There's times I'm here and I'm just like, okay, what can go better for, our brand, our brand inclusive, because we're more than just a podcast. We have other businesses, legitimately. Let me make that clear, because it is legit, people. We have more under the umbrella of Chit Chat Chew. So constantly trying to find ways, and then especially if you're working a regular job and you're running your business, I mean, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. It
takes a lot out of you too.
Yeah, I thought that was Bree, girl. Yeah. Hey, Niecy Poo.
I didn't even know
how you doing.
Her name.
Niecy Poo. Hey, Bree. How you doing? Hope your daughter's doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. I always appreciate you.
Had your name come up as Bree right now, I would have recognized you right off the bat. But
I saw the baby. I saw the baby, and I knew. But it's a lot. So you have to be committed. And guess what? There's a lot of successful people that fail and they get up. It's frustrating. They go through all of what they go through emotionally, but they get up and they start over again. There's plenty of people who have started different businesses, and they left that one alone. They moved forward, and they kept going. So you have to, if that's your passion and you want to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, then that is what you do. Okay, Michelle is the middle name. Cool Beans.
That's what's up.
Cool Beans. I like that. So yeah, congratulations to
Oh, I understand. Got to lay low on Facebook trying to find a new job. Don't want them to have my Facebook info. Oh,
I hear you. I feel you.
I get it. For real.
I definitely hear you.
They will be trying to find you.
Oh, absolutely.
To see what you post on your page and what kind of activities you're involved in and who you align yourself with and what you're into. Yeah.
Yes, and sidebar people, yes, please, just a friendly reminder. Can you be careful what type of pictures you put up on Facebook, and how much of your personal business you throwing out here like that? Can you take it off of Facebook, because it's sickening. It's sickening for me.
Oh, and another thing, no gun pictures, no half naked pictures, please.
Men and women, no half-naked pictures. Stop showing all this flashy money and stuff. You don't have to smoking your blunts and doing whatever you do. Like, stop showing the stripper scenes, and because you at the club strip. I mean, you could be at the club and all that. But can you not do that? It's done and over. It's old. Please just stop.
Yeah, you really not saying that. That's not impressive. Honestly.
Absolutely. So that's what I have for Mikaila Ulmer.
Absolutely. So I will do this next person, which is Dr. Lindiwe Sidali. And she's out of South Africa, okay? She's a cardiothoracic, I think that's how you say it, cardiothoracic surgeon. You don't mind me reading from this? Okay. This is coming from howafrica.com. The headline reads, "From cattle herder to South Africa's first Black female cardiothoracic. I think that's how you say it. Cardiothoracic. That's it. Cardiothoracic surgeon. Meet inspiring Lindiwe Sidali. African ladies are making progress in the field of medicine and medical procedure, notwithstanding the difficulties of unequal pay, absence of perceivability in support, and additionally minimal differential treatment. In South Africa, numerous ladies have broken a portion of those obstructions and have accomplished amazing accomplishments in a field that is male commanded to rouse and spare lives each day. One of these ladies is Dr. Lindiwe Sidali, who has quite recently left a mark on the world as the principal African female cardiothoracic specialist in the nation. The adventure for the small town girl born and raised in Eastern Cape has not been easy, she said. I became aware that I was an African female in a specialty that is famously known for being a male dominated, and I learned to embrace who I am and what I represent. It's been challenging, but it's also been a great adventure, and I could have not done it without the support of the amazing people that I had by my side, said the 35-year-old who has been a doctor for 10 years.
Mm.
That's a long time. From tending cows to help her family, Sidali matriculated from Rakgatla High School in Wandakop, Northwest, and hence got a bursary from the Northwest Department of Health to contemplate drug in Cuba. What started her enthusiasm for medication and especially in heart-related issues was the consolation she got from her folks and different relations. I was encouraged by my family and my teachers. Between 2000 to 2001, I decided to volunteer at a Windocop clinic to see if I would like it. Nurses were wonderful in encouraging me to pursue medicine. That's how I actually heard about the Cuban scholarship program, so I applied and got accepted. But what has kept my interest and made me stay in the medicine is the desire to serve my people, to want to help people, and also to give back not only by treating patients, but to be a positive role model for every African child. Cardiothoracic surgery happened by chance to me. I had always been interested in most surgical disciplines, could not decide what to pursue. But then, interesting enough, every time I was on a call as community service / medical officer, there was always a patient with a stabbed heart or chest-related trauma, and after seeing a heart beating on my hands, I knew that I didn't want to do anything else but cardiothoracic surgery, she said in an interview with KwaZulu-Natal Department of Health. Dr. Lindiwe Sidali with MEC Dilomo and Dr. Kai Nikobo, who is also a recently qualified cardiothoracic surgeon, KwaZulu-Natal Department of Health. Sidali believes that there has been a rise of female doctors in surgical disciplines overall, but she stressed that the figures could be more if African women are given the same opportunities as compared to their counterparts. We need opportunities and exposure, but the most important thing that is needed to change the future for all African children is the eradication of poverty. And one of the ways to do that is through education. That is how you truly liberate a person. But education needs money, which is why education has to be free for those who are from disadvantaged backgrounds. We also need more positive role models for young women. African girls need to see a girl that looks like them make it in the world, and in that way they can see that it can be done, says Sidali, who loves to write romantic fiction stories. I write under a pseudonym. Only my friends know it's me. I intend to share my writing with the world someday, but no one will ever know it's me. Her wish now is for South Africans to adopt a healthy lifestyle to avoid heart-related ailments. Eating healthy and exercising can prevent a lot of heart diseases. It will also help a great deal if people could present to a healthcare facility as soon as possible with any symptom. Regular screening and testing can help a great deal in this regard. Sidali is just one of the many South African women who has beaten the odds to achieve success in the medical and surgical fields. In May 2017, Dr. Nokumisa Jalata became Africa's youngest neurosurgeon following her fellowship graduation in Durban at the age of 29. This year, the country also presented a 32-year-old woman, Dr. Viwe Miswesi, as the youngest Black female cardiologist. Its institutions are also achieving great feats. This October, a South African hospital, Wits Donald Gordon Medical Center, became the first in the world to transplant a liver from an HIV-positive donor to an HIV-negative child. South Africa has previously chalked successes in transplants between people with HIV, but what made this operation different is the fact that it is the first liver donation from a living HIV-positive donor in the country, as previous donors were deceased. It's also the first liver transplant from an infected donor to an HIV-negative recipient, with the aim to reduce transmission in the recipient. This shows that living HIV-positive patients can safely donate organs, and this and this is a relief for South Africa that has a severe shortage of organ donors. Being one of the African countries with a high rate of HIV, the surgery implies that those affected can also provide more transplants to save lives. This was the second time South Africa made a major surgical featured of the doctors of the Stellenbosch University and the Tygerberg Academic Hospital in Cape Town performed the world's first penis transplant in 2014. Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The same team performed the world's third surgery in 2017 on a 40-year-old recipient who has reported to have lost his penis, 17 years ago due to complications after traditional circumcision. Well, you know, in that culture, they really believe in circumcision, and that can go wrong, though. But this was published, from what it looks like, 4 days ago. So this is coming from howafrica.com. I find this very interesting.
That is.
I mean, especially being the first melanated female of that field, that's really a male-dominated field, and performing surgery not only for your people, but also for others who needs help as far as the human body, specifically concerning the heart and what have you. And then, of course, you know, stab wounds, etc., etc. I think that's really awesome. I mean, that's a huge milestone, you know, being the first female, and then you black at that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's dope.
I mean, again, my hat off to her. How do you say her name? What is her name?
Lindiwe.
Lindiwe. Lindiwe. Or Lindiwe or Lindiwe.
Both ways. Yeah.
Lindiwe.
Yeah.
Lindiwe.
You can say it like that too.
Okay, so right, exactly.
But
those ways you can absolutely.
Yeah.
So again, this young lady, South Africa's first black female cardiothoracic surgeon. I'm close to saying it right. Forgive me. I mean,
that's a tongue-tied word.
It is.
Saw me over here struggling.
Right. So it's wonderful. She doesn't have her own job per se, but still, like I said, whether you are a business owner, entrepreneur, or you're in a field or career of your passion that you enjoy, and whatever struggles or challenges that she went through, like, look at where she's at now. So to me, I feel like there's no excuses a lot of times.
Right.
For what, I mean.
The first thing I noticed she said, what's the first thing she said? Help her people.
To help her people, see, absolutely.
She know the purpose. Much as I can say for Keisha Bottom, she didn't mention that, did she?
I don't recall Kiki number one.
But what I'm saying is you got to know people's intentions. Like, absolutely. You got to really look into people, and then but for her background, for her to say that first says a lot.
Right.
That she cares about her people is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Not that she wouldn't service nobody else. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But she's gonna.
But she's looking out for her. Right. She's looking at her. She's making sure her people are okay. And again, like you had read, it's been challenging. It's been challenging, people. But it's also been a great adventure.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because I'm sure she had some racial challenges.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And she could not have done it without the support of amazing people that had her back.
Right.
She's 35, who has been a doctor for 10 years. Come on.
Wow.
Come on. She's 35. Still that cusp of millennial until you know you
in my age range.
Till you get into that I guess out that millennial. But
yeah.
People go through challenges. We go through challenges. And we have to learn how to get through them. We can't stay stuck. Mm-hmm. We can't be angry all the time at everybody else, blaming everyone else for something that you can work on. You can work on yourself as well. Yeah. We have a habit of wanting to blame everyone else. We just do. A lot of people, we do that. We blame everybody else. It's every other man or woman's fault. why we're in the predicaments or situations that we're at. And maybe yes, maybe no, but what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you have to figure out what's best for you, what's best for your life, and stop being so channel that energy into what you could do, instead of always staying mad and holding grudges and
what you can
F
do.
this person and F that person, and I can't do this because this system or whatever the case may be. You have to, that shit motivates you to want to work harder.
Right, you should apply yourself.
Right.
I mean,
really,
that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Having faith and just going out there, putting the action, matching the action with the faith.
Absolutely.
You got to take some chances.
You got to take risks for yourself. I mean, do you believe in yourself? Maybe some people just don't believe in themselves. And I mean,
and their environment probably discouraged them too.
Right.
That they feel like they don't have any kind of hope or faith or believe they can do something.
Mm-hmm. Or when things are also, in addition to that, when things are going good, the God of your understanding or the universe of your understanding is go team go. But the minute you face a challenge is, I no longer have belief in anything. Well, I feel like it's okay. You can go to whatever understanding you go to, but I really feel like, for me, I can only speak for me. I can chant, pray, do mantras, and all of that. But at the end of the day, I still got to do me. I still have to press forward and do what I need to do for my life, my success, my mental stability, my spiritual stability and ability, and move forward. Else I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna be somewhere in a in a straight white jacket, to be real with you.
We can't,
and we can't exactly and we just can't. I've been there, done that with a lot of things, and it's all about my mindset and where I want to be, and it's all about trying to get past the adversities that I go through. It's about doing some networking. It's about being around positive, like-minded people. It's about finding that right support. It's just about your own personal journey that you go through. Because I do believe that we do have control a lot of times of our journeys, and we do have choices and decisions to make.
I agree. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Okay. You have any more?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Ready for you to get to your Miko.
So we have our next topic. Our next topic is making President Trump's bed, a housekeeper without papers. That's coming from nytimes.com. Okay. So Victoria Morales at her home in Bound Brook, New Jersey. She left Guatemala in 1999 and illegally entered the United States. She started working at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey in 2013. So again, the headline is Making President Trump's Bed, a housekeeper without papers.
Making Trump's bed. All right.
So at the President's New Jersey golf course, an undocumented immigrant has worked as a maid since 2013. She said she never imagined she would see such important people close up. So this is in Bedminster, New Jersey. So during more than 5 years as a housekeeper at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, Victorina Morales has made Donald J. Trump's bed, cleaned his toilet, and dusted his crystal golf trophies. When he visited as president, she was directed to wear a pin in the shape of an American flag, adorned with a Secret Service logo. Because of the outstanding support she has provided during Mr. Trump's visit, Ms. Morales in July was given a certificate really? Okay. Certificate from the White House Communications Agency inscribed with her name.
Yeah.
Quite an achievement for an undocumented immigrant housekeeper.
Shouldn't it have helped her on her legalization in the United States of America? But anyway.
So Ms. Morales' journey from cultivating corn in rural Guatemala to fluffing pillows at an exclusive golf resort took her from the southwest border, where she says she crossed illegally in 1999, to the horse country of New Jersey, where she was hired at the Trump property in 2013 with documents she said were phony. She said she was not the only worker at the club who was in the country illegally. Sandra Diaz, 46, a native of Costa Rica, who is now a legal resident of the United States, said she too was undocumented when she worked at Bedminster between 2010 and 2013. The two women said they worked for years as part of a group of housekeeping, maintenance, and landscaping employees at the golf club that included a number of undocumented workers, though they could not say precisely how many. There is no evidence that Mr. Trump or Trump Organization executives knew of their immigration status. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me just, because I want to. Okay, but at least two supervisors at the club were aware of it, the women said, and took steps to help workers evade detection and keep their jobs. You can also read in here, you can click the link where it's saying Victorina Morales speaks out against President Trump. What price will she pay? There are many people without papers, said Ms. Diaz, who said she witnessed several people being hired whom she knew to be undocumented. Mr. Trump has made border security and the fight to protect jobs for Americans a cornerstone of his presidency. From the border wall, he has pledged to build to the workplace raids and payroll audits that his administration has carried out. During the presidential campaign, when the Trump International Hotel opened for business in Washington, Mr. Trump boasted that he had used an electronic system, the E-Verify, to ensure that only those legally entitled to work were hired. We didn't have one illegal immigrant on the job, Mr. Trump said then. But throughout his campaign and his administration, Ms. Morales, 45, has been reporting for work at Mr. Trump's golf course in Bedminster. Okay. Where she is still on the payroll. An employee of the golf course drives her and a group of others to work every day, she says, because it is known that they cannot legally obtain driver's license. A diminutive woman with only 2 years of education who came to the United States speaking no English, Ms. Morales has had an unusual window into one of the president's favorite retreats. She has cleaned the president's villa while he watched television nearby. She stood on the sidelines when potential cabinet members were brought in for interviews, and when the White House Chief of Staff John Kelly arrived to confer with the president. I never imagined as an immigrant from the countryside of Guatemala that I would see such important people close up, she said. But Ms. Morales said she has been hurt by Mr. Trump's public comments since he became president, including equating Latin American immigrants with violent criminals. It was that, she said, along with abusive comments from a supervisor at work about her intelligence and immigration status, that made her feel that she could no longer keep silent. We are tired of the abuse, the insults, the way he talks about us when he knows that we are here helping him make money, she said. We sweat it out to attend to his every need and have to put up with his humiliation. Ms. Morales and Mr. Diaz approached the New York Times through their New Jersey lawyer, Annabelle Romero, who is representing them on immigration matters. Ms. Morales said that she understood she could be fired or deported as a result of coming forward, though she has applied for protection under the asylum laws. She is also exploring a lawsuit claiming workplace abuse and discrimination. In separate, hours-long interviews in Spanish, Ms. Morales and Ms. Diaz provided detailed accounts of their work at the club and their interactions with management, including Trump. Both women described the president as demanding but kind, sometimes offering hefty tips. Let me just say, not too much more. My fault, people. So while they were often unclear on precise dates of when events occurred, they appeared to recollect key events and conversations with precision. Ms. Morales has had dealings with Mr. Trump that go back years, and her husband has confirmed that she would on occasions come home jubilant because the club owner had paid her a compliment or bestowed on her a $50 or sometimes a $100 tip. To ascertain that she was in fact an employee of the club, the Times reviewed Ms. Morales' pay stubs and W-2 forms, which list the golf course as her employer. She has made available her individual taxpayer identification, which is a 9-digit number that is issued by the IRS to foreigners to enable them to file taxes while being permanent residents of the U.S. Having a number does not confer eligibility to work. The Times also examined the documents Ms. Morales presented as proof that she was entitled to work, a permanent resident card or green card, and a Social Security card, both of which she said she purchased from someone in New Jersey who produced counterfeit documents for immigrants. Child, please. The Times ran Ms. Morales' purported Social Security number through several public records, databases, and none produced a match, which is often an indication that the number is not valid. The number on the back of the green card that Ms. Morales has on file at the golf course does not correspond to the format of numbers used on most legitimate resident cards. So, for example, it includes initials that do not match those of any immigration service centers that issues the card. Okay. Okay, so you could just read further.
They went full in depth, didn't they?
They went full in depth about this.
Wow.
So please read further. It's going to be posted up, just FYI. So
before you go on to that, do you mind scrolling all the way up to that article?
To the top?
Yeah. The part that says Bedminster, New Jersey, and Boundbrook. Can you tell me what sides of Jersey that's located?
I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say it's more north.
Okay.
Jersey, more north, probably headed into New York.
And that's both of those. Those are north.
I would say those are both more northern Jersey. Yeah, more North Jersey.
Is that the more of the well-to-do area? Yeah,
I don't honestly. I've heard of Bedminster, New Jersey, but I've never heard of Boundbrook right offhand. I can't offhand remember honestly if it's a more well-to-do or average type of place, to be honest with you.
I was just curious.
But I mean, it seemed like color stupid. It seems like
Color you stupid.
yeah, color me stupid. It seems like on one end she's really like, oh, just gun ho about like working for this man, cleaning his toilets and all of that, and but out the other, he's clearly like just disrespectful.
But it's kind of like she had to suck it up because she's not even a resident in the
She's
United
not
States
a
of America.
resident,
And she
right?
don't have no power like Trump do at all.
No,
Nowhere near
she
his power.
has no power. But
He can do this with a snap of a finger. He can do anything he wants with it.
right. So you sucking it up, but you also risking your life to potentially get deported back.
That's true.
Okay, you going to counterfeit people to get a social security card. I guess she just need a job, and I guess like
she did what she had to
she's
do.
doing what she there. Those ladies, Miss Morales and Miss Diaz, is doing what she has to do. So I would love if anybody's up on here live. What are your thoughts on Miss Morales and Miss Diaz, who are well, especially Miss Morales, who she's really not legally supposed to be here.
Like a lot of them.
Like a lot do come over.
But I have to disagree with the illegal and immigrants. It's a reason why I'm going to say that.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was just waiting for you to be.
Oh no! All I was doing was just kind of sharing right now. Like, how do people feel about this whole illegal immigrant situation? I mean, that's the question I was posing right now.
Yeah, post your comments and let us know your thoughts on this. Yeah, this is a lot. I mean, I just shake my head at the fact that you working for Trump. Shoot. Ooh. The reason why I disagree with illegal alien and immigrants, the nonsense and hypocrisy of Europeans to call or label somebody illegal alien immigrants when they are the true illegal aliens and immigrants of the entire planet, specifically America. And they want to talk about someone being illegal or an immigrant when they're the true immigrants that came over here. You know, discovered America and invaded America and took it out of their rulership and set up laws and rules and guidelines where it keeps people locked in and controlled. I just find that kind of odd how they just label people and then they exercise these rights through politics because they're not even supposed to be here at all. I mean, if you think about it, all the true ancestors, whether that's on the Latin side or the melanated side, we are the true owners of this planet, period. So we go anywhere. It's not even supposed to be about illegal or immigrant because we the natural persons of the land. And then when I speak Latin, I speak more of the melanated side more than anything. I mean, of course, through generations of colonizing and mixing of races and so have you, and then it broke off into different tribes. They still have rights to this land, you know. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. I just find that kind of odd though. I just wanted to throw that in there. How Trump is freely, and I'm sure a lot of Europeans who have this mindset of calling everyone illegal immigrants or legal aliens, you know, who's not supposed to be in this country. And these people gotta pretty much risk their lives coming over here to our country. Just to fit into the box of naturalization on the soil. Ain't that something?
That is
the hypocrisy.
our land.
Right.
Right.
That you don't damn control. It was given to you. Yes. We gave it to you. Yeah, we did. Our stupid asses. Yeah, I call us stupid asses because we are stupid. We handed white people power. And that's another thing, because you just got to know, what's that brother's name? You were searching for the...
Oh, Henry Louis Gates. You got to check him out. Finding Your Roots.
I was bringing his name up because he spoke about how the Africans, I'm talking about the Kemetic people who sold the black people in the Americas into slavery. Just like there is our ancestors who are from the Americas sold their own people into slavery. But he was speaking more specifically about the Africans selling the black Americans into slavery.
And it happened.
It happened.
I know it's tough to swallow, but it happened.
And they try to rationalize it with making it a different level of slavery, as if it's supposed to be a more acceptable thing. They call it indentured servants. Black people, slavery is slavery, okay?
Right.
It doesn't matter what level it is. We started slavery first. And you're right. They don't want to deal with that. And I was saying that to say with this going hand in hand with, we handed them the power. We exactly did. You can read that through history that we did that. Giving them rights to the land. Let them be a part of the land. Colonizing with them. Invaded other tribes with them. I mean, the list goes on of things we've done with them. You know, but yeah. I'm gonna shut up on. I mean, this can go into a whole other topic. So yeah, I just wanted to expound on that. I just find that I find that kind of crazy. The nerve of them.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on all this Trump mess, man?
45. He have some nerve. Like he's not even he's not a real U.S. citizen to me either.
I know his family are immigrants.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, what that make him? But see, I think he has upper hand because again, he knows the game of politics.
Game, right?
You know, so.
I mean, it's just I'm there with you. So I just it's crazy.
I don't know what to say.
It's crazy, but I guess I just want to finish it off. You guys still can you can read the article, but I just want to finish off. So again, lastly, that I had stopped at was she provided information in regards to her social security number. You know, her initials did not match those of any immigration service centers that issue the card. So this came from someone who commented, who said, "How very brave of Miss Morales to come forward with her story, knowing she could suffer consequences for revealing her status. She is acting as a whistleblower against one of the most powerful people in the world. I hope that she receives legal protection." Because right now, basically, she's just out. The backside is out.
She's just winging it.
She winging it for real. Her and Miss Diaz. So Miss Diaz produced similar documents, though, since she has gained legal residence. She has been issued a genuine Social Security card and green card. The Trump organization, which owns the golf course, did not comment specifically on Miss Morales or Miss Diaz. We have tens of thousands of employees. I probably read this already, but that's okay. We have tens of thousands of employees across our properties and have very strict hiring practices. Amanda Miller, the company's senior vice president for marketing and corporate communications, said in a statement, and I quote, "If an employee submitted false documentation in an attempt to circumvent the law, they will be terminated immediately." Okay, whatever. The White House declined to comment. So, yes. So Bedminster is a more suburban area. When I'm looking at this picture, it's more suburban.
I gotta figure that. Yeah.
The more up north you go,
Yeah.
it is.
You pretty much
Mhm.
yeah, you pretty much summed that up.
Mhm.
Even with guessing what part of Jersey that was.
So that Ms. Morales appeared able to secure employment with what she said were fake documents is not surprising. An estimated 8 million unauthorized immigrants are in the labor force, and it is an open secret that many businesses, especially in the service sector, hire them. And that's true. It's true. Mr. Trump has a long history of relying on immigrants at his golf and hotel properties. Though he signed a Buy America, Hire American, let me say that again, Buy American, Hire American executive order in 2017, tightening the conditions for visas for foreign workers. His companies have hired hundreds of foreigners on guest worker visas. In hiring workers who are already in the United States, employers are required to examine identity and work authorization documents and record them on an employment eligibility form. But companies are not required in most cases to take additional steps to verify the authenticity of documents because falsifying these documents is so easy. E-Verify, which is required in 22 states, goes the extra step of checking them against records kept by the Social Security Administration and the Department of Homeland Security. The federal list posted online of employers who use the E-Verify system includes Mr. Trump's golf club in North Carolina, a state that requires it, but the Bedminster Club in New Jersey, where it is not required under state law, does not appear on the list. During his campaign, Mr. Trump called for expanding the program to workplaces around the country. So far, that has not happened. Trump opened his trophy club in the affluent horse country of Somerset County, New Jersey, 2004. That's suburban. After buying the 504-acre property from a group of investors in 2002. Mr. Trump planted a sweeping colonnade of maple trees, really, at the entrance and built two 18-hole golf courses, their design, inspired by the gardens of Versailles. The membership, I can't even talk because I saw this price. The membership initiation fee is more than $100,000.
You know that's upscale. That's some upscale for real. 100,000?
$100,000. The property has an estimated 40 to 80 employees, depending on the season. The bulk of the basic service workers are foreign bred. Immigrants keep the greens watered and manicured. They clean and maintain the cottages and suites that surround the junior Olympic-sized heated pool. I'm so over this fool. So the president has spent all or part of about 70 days at Bedminster since taking office. He has a 2-story residence on the property. His daughter, Ivana Trump, and her husband, Jared Kushner, were married at the club in 2009 and also have a cottage. The job at Bedminster, at which Ms. Morales earns $13 an hour, is one of several she said she has held since arriving in the United States back in 1999, crossing undetected into California after a journey of nearly 6 weeks by bus and on foot. After she arrived in LA, Los Angeles, a contact provided her with a false Social Security number and an identification card that she was told would enable her to secure employment. Then she flew to New Jersey, where she joined her husband, who had arrived months earlier. In early 2013, a friend worked at the Trump Golf Club told her that management was looking for housekeepers. Oh, just about. Be patient on the last. Miss Morales was keen. The pay would be $10 an hour, higher than the $8.25 that she was earning cleaning guest rooms at a hotel. According to her account, when she arrived for her interview, the housekeeping supervisor showed her around and asked her to demonstrate how she cleaned. The supervisor asked her to report to work the next morning at 6 a.m. with her documents. Ms. Morales said she told her she had no legal working documents. I told her I don't have good papers. She told me bring what I used at the hotel. By the time Ms. Morales was hired, Ms. Diaz had been working at the club since 2010 and had the job of cleaning Mr. Trump's residence. So, basically,
wow,
it is
they really
a lot.
go in debt. Gee, man.
They really go in debt. Please make sure that you guys read, continue to read this, because it's yeah, they're tripping.
I mean, that's a long article over that.
She's just letting it all out. And again, yes, she is putting her life, her and her family's life, at risk. She could possibly be deported. Yes. Here's my small issue. Have volunteered in Philly for immigration organization briefly. I definitely got the inside. Well, I definitely got a chance to get a look, let me say. Here's my thing. Okay, even though we say we own this land, and yes, we do, right?
Yeah.
Here's my peeve. My peeve is for those that we are here on this soil, right? While they're, I guess, getting other individuals to come over to the soil. They got so many opportunities. I'm talking about going to school, getting housing. They got a lot of opportunities. Education. Like, they got a lot. And I'm not saying that you can't. Let me not say that. But for those that are here, not saying that we can't either. But it just seems like it was harder for us that are here already, as far as how fast they got driver's license, legitimate social security cards,
okay, have the best education,
great educations, connections as far as for employment, all types of resources, and renting or homes and businesses. Businesses.
They get it faster.
They've gotten it way faster. I got chance to tap into and see what people in that, lawyers, actual real lawyers who specialize with that, to help them get things quick. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but what I'm saying is those that are already here, all of the red tape that we have to go through
just to get all these resources. It's an obstacle in itself.
Right, it's an obstacle, and it's not being.
It ain't fair.
It's not fair, right? It's not fair, and it's not discriminating. It's not. I don't have discrimination because I have a bloodline of a lot of things, but I saw it for myself. They got things quick. You talk about businesses and being able to work, for 5 years and pass it off to some more family members and probably don't have to pay the tax like that. Or if they do pay taxes, it's not as high. I mean, come on. I know that there's stores, and I'm not going to put it out there too deep because that's not for me to say. But I mean, businesses. I've heard people say how when inspectors come out, like they paying them off to pass their businesses. I've heard it for myself.
I believe it.
pass them off some money. They pay them off well.
Yeah.
Pass their stores, giving them good grades when they know you didn't seen some big ass rats running looking like cats and dogs and squirrels, and they give them the money. I've even seen footage of restaurants where people have gone to do some type of inspection and it's not looking too pretty.
Right.
So
no one bats an eye.
No one bats an eye because you pay them off.
Right.
Pay them off right. We'll fix it. Just pay it. Let's pay it. Give us this grade so that we can open.
But can you imagine if we had all those resources and black people? Boy, would it be an all-out war? Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Look what they did to Black Wall Street. They didn't need white supremacy, period. And you saw what happened with that, right?
Right.
They was jealous. They were so hateful and jealous that they burned all those people's businesses, homes, whatever they had set up on that huge amount of land down. No people was left with nothing. That's how bad they don't want us to have anything. They want us to suffer. And they get off on that. They truly get off on that. It's the same to this day. Because let's be real. Just imagine if that was to be done in 2018. Come on. Our own hospitals, for one, our own schools. You better not be talking about black school.
Right.
It ain't teaching no European stuff in there.
Clinics, schools, hospitals,
all black.
Markets.
There's no infiltration. There's no other influence, but it's all black based. You think we gonna get that easy? No. But yeah, the immigrants will though. They get everything. So really it's by design. So they want us to fail on purpose. It's intentional.
Yeah. And again, yeah, like it's just the services that they are given because they come here to the States, they don't know, and they have people that help them get to where they need to get to in a shorter time than we that are already
take us like 20
here.
Years.
It's not
I hate to exaggerate it like that, but I mean I'm just saying it take us damn near 15, 20 years fighting these oppressors just to make it. Ain't that something?
Deep.
Hopefully you don't get caught up in jail or something, cause that's it. They throw you in there, that's it, man. You once you get them stripes, it's hard to bounce. Hard to bounce back. It's all by design. Not to say I want to keep using it as an excuse either, because there is also opportunities for black people now. Even if you're a felon, you can get out of all of this. I'm not saying you can get out of this corrupt system all the way, but you can be successful through all the nonsense that's going on in the climate, in this racial climate today. Make some of yourself.
Is it easy? Heck no.
Nah, it's not easy.
But yeah, you have to. You just got to keep fighting. Yeah. It's your life. Like you just got to keep fighting, and you just because they don't care.
Nope.
They waiting for people to get. They waiting for them repeat offenders to just go back. They sitting waiting.
They wait till them new offenders come in.
And wait for them new ones to come in. Ooh wee.
They're gonna have a field day.
Right.
I just say to my people, there's opportunities out there for us too. Cause that comes with educating yourself. Cause you gotta be knowledgeable of all the opportunities out here, and that's lacking in our community. The resources. That's the key word, the resources. But yes, we got to do our due diligence to counteract that. There's too much knowledge out here not to be doing something. I hate to say it, I don't want to hear the excuses. We're in the age of information, so there's no excuse for you to not know something, not to find out about something, not to apply what you saw and apply it to your life to make yourself greater. It's just no excuse anymore.
And ask
anymore.
questions. Ask
Right.
questions too. In addition to that, we run our mouths. We do that well. We can run our mouths. Why can't we run our mouths for things that can help us or assist or guide us towards where we need to go?
That's true.
Why? There's no way, and it's sad to say, and I am speaking in general, there's no way that you shouldn't know how to read.
Mm. Again, we're in the age of information. You can easily find out how to learn how to read. That's no brainer. Come on. You can find out on your phone. I mean,
There's an app where you can learn different, be bilingual.
Yeah, you learn different languages.
Different languages. You just go for free.
Yeah.
Or affordable prices.
Right. Well, yeah.
This technology revolves constantly. There's always new technology, always new information, like you said. So we just should not be back like them ancient times.
No,
we just shouldn't.
No digression. We need to be progressing. Okay. Now, it would have been a whole different ball game if this was back in the 50s, the 60s, the early 70s, because they have bigger adversities than we of this generation has. They have bigger obstacles. It was hard to have all the resources we have now. So that's why I don't want to hear no excuses. They sacrificed a lot. Our ancestors sacrificed a lot for us to just throw it away. So it's like saying they died for nothing. That's what you're trying to tell us right now. So basically they died for nothing, for you not to do nothing or learn nothing. What type of mess is that?
Right.
I just can't do it. I can't see myself not to do something because that means I'm taking them in vain for what they've done to get us here where we at now.
Right.
Hell.
Right, and it was more than just voting back our ancestors. It was so much more that they did. I'm focused on more than just that voting thing. It's a lot. Again, we've said before in the past, there's a lot of ancestors before us that did not vote.
True.
They're just as important.
That's true. Why should it be one or the other? It's equal. All of it was important, really. I agree. I don't know, man. We can't keep using the same tactics, the same angles anymore. We have to be innovative and creative. We have to try new strategies. Figure out a way to maneuver through this complicated society, because it's definitely challenged. It's definitely. But this sister here, Morales, her last name correct?
Ms. Morales.
I hope she get her green card and her social security card number, whatever. I really do hope she gets what she needs. I'm sure she's been here long enough where she should be granted those two things, those important documents.
Was it 10 years I said?
I thought you did say 10 years.
So she's been here 10 years. Right. Hope she get it together.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what her friend did, Miss Diaz.
But she got it done.
But she legitimately got her green card and social number.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
Yeah. I need to
get it together. We said at the same time. Get it together, sister.
Get it together, sister. So, yeah, make sure, again, these articles will be posted up for you to read at your leisure. So I hope that you do. Hope that you find some inspiration with some of these, as well as, again, leave comments, have dialogue. It's fine. It's fine to do that.
Absolutely. So we're going to go to our last and final topic, which, we wanted to save for later on. This is going to be more in depth. Okay, because there's a lot that surrounds this. Kim Porter, her background, and then her death, the celebrity reactions, and the conspiracy behind her untimely passing. Because I don't believe she died of natural causes, how they're putting it, at all. So I just want to start with just a background on Kim Porter, in case people are not familiar with her as much. I mean, I'm sure there's a portion of people who's heard her name pop up here and there because of Diddy, because that was his wife, so, his ex-wife, of course. And, there's some people who just don't know nothing about her, so I want to kind of get you abrupt on who she is as an individual. And then I'm going to get to the second article, because this bio is not long, so I'm going to get to the second article and really give you some backdrop on her death, some reports. All right, so this is coming from articlebio.com. All right. So she was born December 16th, 1987. So her age was 30 years old. Kim Porter is a model who is well known as the ex-girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs. Kimberly Porter is the founder of the group named Three Brown Girls and is a member of the group Girls 6. Kim was a debutante in 1987. More than being a model, Kim is known for having 3 kids with Sean Combs and for later separating bitterly with him. Early life and career of Kim Porter. She was born in Columbus, Georgia. Kim's ethnicity is black, because that has been flown around by her ethnicity, of mixed heritage. Kim wanted to pursue her dream of becoming a model, so she started from a small town area. Porter joined Columbus High School and graduated in 1988. She eventually moved to Atlanta in order to focus on her modeling career. While in Atlanta, Porter met Al B. Sure, and the two fell in love. They started dating and gave birth to a baby whom they named after musician Quincy Jones. Later, Porter separated from Al B. and had an on and off affair with Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Combs is an African-American rap legend born on 4th November 1969 in Harlem. Sean is very popular among his American fans and has a net worth of $700 million as estimated by Forbes 2014. So let me keep in mind that this article was published October 30th, 2018. I just wanted to put that out there. Where we at? Okay. All right. Sean is an actor, entrepreneur, record producer, and is also the founder of Bad Boy Records. Kim Porter's net worth and salary. She also claims to have worked over 100 hours a week doing all kinds of chores without being given a proper break. There hasn't any exact details on her net worth and her salary. Jansen alleged that she was not even given a room, although she was hired as a live-in help. Sean Combs is responsible for this lawsuit as well. Combs has to pay almost $42,000 a month for child support, out of which $20,000 a month goes to their son, Christian, and the rest goes to their twin daughters. Furthermore, her husband, Sean Combs, has an estimated net worth of $820 million according to Forbes. Although the Weekend does not have information about Kim Porter, her bio can be found on social networking sites like Instagram and Twitter. So if you want to find more about Kim Porter, I suggest you go to Lady KP on Instagram. So Lady KP on Instagram, and she's also on Twitter. Kim Porter's personal life. Sean and Porter eventually began dating. The two had an on and off relationship. Kim and Sean Combs have a son named Christian Casey Combs. The couple later separated in 1999. Both of them battled for their son's custody. Later, the world was shocked to learn that Sean and Kim had patched up in 2003, and the relationship was running smoothly. It went on to have twin daughters on 21st December 2006 and named them Delilah Star Combs and Jesse James Combs. Their relationship started to come to an end when Porter learned that Combs had fathered another child with another woman. When Porter searched for this piece of news, she learned that the other child that Diddy had fathered was born 5 months before the twin girls were born. Porter later stated that she was very angry with Sean for not telling her about it. Later, after much argument and discontentment toward their relationship, Sean and Porter decided to separate in 2007. Sean often spends time with his kids during the holidays. Porter has been sued already by 2 nannies merely in the course of 2 months. The first nanny sued Kim because of the excessive workload she was put in and because Kim exclusively used drugs in front of her kids. TMZ reported that the second nanny named Amanda Jansen filed a lawsuit in LA County Superior Court asserting that Porter had hired her in 2011 to take care of Diddy's children. She is paid money directly by Diddy's company, but eventually there was a huge amount of workload. She was forced into a full-service round-the-clock housekeeper. So that was the end of that article. That was come from articlebio.com. Now I want to touch on the realness. This is her cause of death. This is what these major news outlets or media, what they call that, gossip outlets talk about too. This is what they reported on. This is coming from the HollywoodGossip.com. This is published November 20th, 2018. Just 1 week before Thanksgiving, Kim Porter died suddenly at 47. Though an autopsy was conducted, the medical examiner said that her cause of death remains undetermined. Although there's a very good reason for the me to hold off on making a ruling, Larry Dietz, the watch commander at the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office, said that they haven't made an official ruling yet. The cause of death was deferred pending additional tests, Dietz tell Radar Online. Or whatever those additional tests may be, the coroner's office doesn't need to continue holding on to Kim to do them. And by the way, her date of birth should be in the 70s or something like that, or late 60s. I mean, you about 47 years old. I'm going to need for Article Bio to get her date together. Okay, I just pointed that out, the inconsistency. The coroner's office doesn't need to continue holding on to Kim to do them. Porter's body was released from the facility, Dietz confirmed. Maybe the medical examiner is dotting their I's and crossing their T's, or maybe this is more than medical due diligence, and the me is following up on a hunch. Kim Porter just died before noon on November 15th. She was only 47 years old. On an emergency dispatch call, she was said to be in a state of cardiac arrest. She was ultimately removed from her home by a coroner's van, not by an ambulance. In addition, reports say that Kim had been battling pneumonia for weeks prior to her death. Apparently, she was treated with saline and vitamins prior to her death. On Sunday, Diddy held a memorial over the shocking loss, which he did because it was in Atlanta, and his son spoke Quincy on stage. It was him and Diddy, and then people came, so it's on YouTube, so you want to check it out. Go check out the memorial of Kim Porter. Type in Sean Diddy and Quincy, and she'll pop up. Everyone was crying so much, an insider told Radar Online, and everyone feels terrible for the kids. Jesse James and Leela are Kim and Diddy's 11-year-old twins. They were all seeming in shock, but sort of too young to understand what's going on, a source reported. Diddy and Kim also share a 20-year-old son, Christian, who is probably better able to fully appreciate the situation because he is an adult. Kim is also survived by her 27-year-old son, Quincy. Did her November 16th autopsy yield results that made the medical examiner suspicious about foul play? Maybe or maybe not. It seems most likely that they are running a battery of tests to determine why a woman of her age and means died in her home. In the meantime, we won't have an official cause of death just yet. Though she lived and died in Toluca Lake, California, she is scheduled to be buried in Columbus, Georgia. This news is heartbreaking, and we hope that definitive cause of death will give closure to her loved ones. Kim Porter's death came as a massive shock to many fans, just as it did to her friends and family. After it was reported that she had complained of pneumonia in the weeks leading up to her death, some spun a theory. Thinking on how Serena Williams' difficulty after giving birth and the statistics about medical experts not taking Black women seriously. Some on social media wonder if Kim had reported her symptoms but not been taken seriously by the medical community. If so, that is very serious, but we should reserve judgment until we know that people failed her. No matter what, this was a terrible tragedy. Our hearts go out to her loved ones. Diddy has spoken out for the first time since the stunning death of Kim Porter. As previously reported, Porter passed away last week for unknown reasons. She had been suffering from pneumonia for several weeks and had called her doctor the day before her death because she was not feeling well. At this time, however, we cannot say for certain what caused the passing of the 47-year-old actress and model who dated Diddy off and on for 13 years and who was the mother to three of his kids. According to a 911 call, Porter was in cardiac arrest prior to paramedics arriving at her home. She was pronounced dead at the scene. We've heard from many sources in the time since, all explaining how close Diddy and Porter remained after their final breakup in 2007, and all describing Diddy as devastated and heartbroken. But as we said, this is the first time we've heard from Diddy on the subject. For the last 3 days, I've been trying to wake up out of this nightmare, but I haven't. Music Mogul wrote on Saturday, alongside a throwback video of the pair posing together for a pregnancy photo shoot. He continued, "I don't know what I'm going to do without you, baby. I miss you so much. Today I'm going to pay tribute to you. I'm going to try and find the words to explain our unexplainable relationship. We were more than best friends. We were more than soulmates. We were some other shit. And I miss you so much. Super Black Love." This is a screenshot from the aforementioned video Diddy posted, which I actually saw it. It is on his page, so if you want to check it out, go ahead. Diddy and Porter were on such good terms after they split over a decade ago that they never formalized a custody arrangement. They were able to work everything out on friendly and flexible terms. He and Kim were still very close friends and co-parents, even though their romantic relationship didn't work. A People magazine source says they were still a family. The pair were parents of twin girls born in 2006 and a son born in 1998. Porter, meanwhile, was also the mother of another son from another relationship. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office confirmed Porter's death in a statement explaining the officers responded to a death investigation at 11:40 a.m. local time in Toluca Lake, California. Once they arrived, they found the female unresponsive at the residence. Her cause of death remains undetermined at this time. Diddy and Porter started dating in the 1990s and ended for good in 2007. Their kids include Christian, 20, and 11-year-old twin daughters Delilah Starr and Jesse James. Additionally, Combs raised Porter's eldest child, Quincy, who's 27. The Bad Boy Records entrepreneur is also the father of two other kids, son Justin and daughter Chance, 12. So Justin is 24 and Chance is 12, whom he shares with exes Missa Hilton Brim and Sarah Chapman, respectively. He often spoke positive of their mothers and of Porter. "I've been truly blessed to have some great, incredible relationships that have afforded me these children by these very strong, intelligent, beautiful black women," Combs has told People of his exes, adding, "The mothers of my children are my best friends. My hat goes off to them." Upon passing, well, the headline reads first, "Were they close when she died?" Kim Porter and Diddy. Upon passing along the shocking news yesterday that Kim Porter died at the young age of 47, nearly every outlet referred to the model as Diddy's ex-girlfriend. And this was an accurate description, but it's also an incomplete one. Let me see how long this article is. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Okay. All right. According to TMZ, Porter and Diddy may have broken up for good in 2007 following 13 years of off and on dating, but they remained very close in the decade plus since. This was only natural and logical because they shared 3 kids together, twin girls born in 2006 and a son born in 1998. But insiders say the relationship went beyond a mere co-parenting arrangement. They genuinely had love and affection for each other, TMZ writes. This was evidence to anyone who pursued Porter's Instagram page. Just over a week before she passed away, Porter posted a lengthy tribute to Diddy on the occasion of his 49th birthday. These same sources say Porter and Diddy celebrated holidays as a family, vacationed together, and simply hung out on a frequent basis. Overall, there was never an extended period of time during which the exes were even on particularly bad terms. Heck, Diddy and Porter never even formalized a custody agreement. It simply worked around each other's schedules and amicably figured out who would care for the kids when. It really is a tragedy all around. Porter was found dead at the Toluca Lake home Thursday following what happens to have been a cardiac arrest. She had reportedly recently gotten over pneumonia and had contacted her doctor the day before because she felt ill. But no cause of death has been confirmed as of this writing. Porter leaves behind her and Diddy's 20-year-old son Christian and 11-year-old daughters Jesse and Delilah, as well as 27-year-old Quincy, whose dad is recorded artist I'll Be Sure. Diddy is devastated and shocked. He and Kim were very still close friends and co-parents, even though their romantic relationship didn't work. A source tells People magazine, adding, they were still a family. That much appears evident. In the wake of Porter's death, many in Hollywood took to social media in order to express their shock and remorse. So, yeah, a lot of people did. The official account for talk show The Real even chimed in, and you can read all that on Twitter. And lastly, let me see what this is. All right, so I got one more part to this. Let's see. I think that's it there. I think I'm going to stop there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that was coming from HollywoodGossip.com. There's a few things that I have a problem with, though. I mean, 3 weeks of being sick. It's like off and on she was sick with pneumonia. But I've seen a post. I don't know how valid and true it is because it was flown on Facebook that she was going to actually release a tell-all book about Diddy and the things that he participated in, meaning his sexuality. And I'm sure she probably going to drop some names in there. Who knows? That's what I've seen. I posted on my Instagram of this post that she was supposed to write and publish and release a tell-all book. Then all of a sudden this happens. But then if you think about it, it's like this came out the blue. It came out the blue, and then you have to look at certain key elements that led to her death. Like who's benefited off her death? What symbols and messages that was put out there before it was time for her to be targeted as a sacrifice? Because that's how I see it as far as I'm concerned. And who say she was injected? I mean, if you think about it, look at these flu shots people are taking. You're basically like a guinea pig, and then they say it's supposed to help you not get flu, but you get the flu anyway. So who's to say? And then you got to think about this element too. Like we know who runs this society, the Masons, right? And we know the elite / government, whatever, they're all under one damn umbrella anyway. That every field you can think of in the United States of America, and they definitely have connections inside the medical industry. So any top person that's in that medical industry that specifically caters and takes care of celebrities, I mean, who said they didn't have a specific doctor to inject her with some kind of poison and she catches pneumonia in 3 weeks? I mean, it's legit over the other side too, what they were saying in this article about, and this is very true, this is even real life, that they don't pay attention to Black women's health. They overlook it. It's not important. So if a Black woman is coming to you about the problems they have health-wise, they don't tend to it. They don't take care of it. It's like discrimination. It's not relevant to them. And this is actually true. That there has been Black women speaking out about this of the importance of these doctors making sure they get the medical care they need, but they're not getting it.
As far as celebrities? No,
just in general. Even regular Black women in general have been speaking out about this. And then I've seen, matter of fact, I posted on my Instagram, I forgot what news channel covered this, but they let it out the bag that yes, there's an epidemic of intentionally harming Black women in these hospitals. So I can see the legitimacy in this article when they mentioned that she probably brought it to someone's attention. They didn't pay attention at all, intentionally probably. And, she thought, she was getting better, which she probably did. And then it came back, So I can see it from that angle as well. But I can put my money on it, though. When you align yourself in the entertainment world, everything is not what it seems, and they can put out a story that sounds so convincing that you think that's what happened, and that's truly not what happened. That's just my take on it. How do you feel about it?
I mean, so yes, I can believe, definitely. That's why I say you need to, Black people. And I know a lot of y'all be like, why does Brown always, or Jade, or Aisha, whatever, talk about Black? Because they are a part of my community and a part of me. So that's why it's very important. If you go to these doctors, you must demand, okay? Because they're getting paid. So you must demand, you must ask questions. If you can't remember it, write it the hell down. Go to the doctors, let them know. Find out, like, what are you going to do? Right. So what can you do?
Don't just blow you off.
Don't just allow them to blow you off. That's why I say there are options. I'm not a fan anymore of any type of big pharma, and that's just my preference. Again, I will never tell anybody to follow my path, because my path and my lane is mine. But I just know what those big pharma pills do to me, and I know what those big pharma pills do in general. There's side effects, and you take them, and they are breaking your body down, and they are, in my opinion, excuse me, that up there, yes. In my opinion, slowly killing us off. They are. They're breaking down our insides, our internal, messing up our liver, messing up our kidneys, messing up our sight, our vision, messing with our skin, our hair, our nails, our bodies. Why? The organs, just in general, right? And when they break down, then they give you something else to try to cover that up, right? And then it's just a repetitive cycle. That's how I see it. That's why I stopped over the years of 35 meds. It might be a little bit more, but I counted 35. 35 meds physically. The combination of 35 physical and mental, because it's just too much. And I want to live as long as I can. I know I don't have control. I don't have control as far as when I'm going to transition this earth, but I can surely do the correct things to be the best me that I can be health-wise, right? So I prefer holistic or natural. Okay, and that's what I've been doing. That has been my regimen. No, it's not easy. Okay, I admit I cheat. I don't go back on the meds, but I have my own regimen that I'm looking to do a more healthier way. I will say that taking the black seed oil, and yes, it is horrible to me, but I'm getting adjusted back to it. But I do see some, I have seen some, results with the black seed oils and taking my omega-3s and whatever else I'm doing. I can't think right now. Whatever my cocktail is, right? And it's been a little more beneficial to me. And again, not to say that the natural way or the holistic way or organic way don't have side effects too, but I feel that they're not worse. They're not worse than big pharma. Big pharma is like killing us for real.
Right, and some people still fall for the trick.
And I mean, right, and I mean that's their lane.
Yeah, that's them.
Right, but you just, I don't know where I was getting with all this, but anyway, Kim. Yeah, I don't know who may be benefiting off of this.
I have an idea.
Besides me saying Diddy. But
I say it there. His two sons too. That's the reason why I'm saying that.
And the son, I have seen where
Christian.
Right. Well, definitely Christian. I've seen him trying to come up. Right. Yeah. So possibility. I never put anything past anybody, especially that world. Yeah, that celebrity, right? That celebrity world and things of that matter, because it happens. Again, what we see a lot of times is the facade. We see they're always so happy and everything is going so wonderful for them. I want to be like them. I sure don't. I've never wanted to be like any of them. Okay, because all that smile, I definitely know there's something behind those smiles, because closed doors, when we no longer see them and they're behind those closed doors, we can't even imagine what they go through, what they have to sacrifice, what they have to do to keep their wonderful lifestyles.
Oh yeah, and Kim and Diddy, they went through a lot together.
They went through a lot.
Stuff is coming
together.
Out. I heard he used to abuse her too.
I'm sure he did.
That's probably why she did drugs.
Physically, verbally. Yep. I'm sure he did. Financially, all of it.
And this is not the first time this came up. He's abused other people.
And I think she probably just got really tired. Yeah. And like you said, mentioned about her probably wanting to have a tell-all book. Now,
of his sexuality. Now he dabbled. Well, I heard little boys, younger boys.
I don't put nothing past nobody. So, you've seen him with quite a few individuals kissing. Those who are out, white older men who have definitely said, Clive Davis, who has openly said he's what, gay?
Bisexual.
Or bisexual. And you see Diddy kissing him and all over him and all over a lot of people. People, listen, let's stop with the whole it's Photoshop. Everything is not Photoshop, as we said before. You have to just deal with it. These are real life stories. Yes, there are things that are fake. I know
given that, yeah.
Given that, yes, definitely. But everything is not Photoshop or fake. There are real things going on. I say stop looking, stop idolizing. I say you can gain bits and pieces of, I guess, good things that some of them do, but
stop being so desensitized.
Right. Stop putting them up on the pedestals, preachers and celebrities, and
step back and
step back
use
and just
discernment.
Right. Like stop.
They're only humans at the end of the day. Hell, even that, because Hollywood ain't even real. Okay, you got a bunch of clones and trains. Yeah.
And as much as this has been going on way before time, and they've been showing it, testing on animals, cloning animals, and doing the different experiments on animals. That's why I said, I this whole medical. Yes, I do go to the doctors. I want to get a basic of what's going on with me, so I can know and ask questions and find out. But I also I go my natural way. I'd rather take that chance. I have to say, I'd rather take that chance with that and incorporate other alternatives that I feel that will work for me. But you do you, and whatever your lane is, because I mean, I'm not here trying to change anybody. That's just the bottom line for me. I share information here. I share information on other platforms. I share information in person. It's just sharing. Whether anybody takes it or not is all good, because at the end of the day, it's our decision. I don't judge you and don't judge me. So, I mean, she probably could have gotten injected. She probably opened her mouth.
She was going to.
And yeah.
And boom, she's a target.
These vaccinations, no, I took a shot for my diabetes before I got off of my meds, and my neck was fine. And when I got that shit, oh my God,
oh boy,
yeah,
took you somewhere.
Took me somewhere. When I got that shot, my neck had lumps growing on it.
I remember that too.
Right, it had lumps growing on it. And when I went back, nurse tried to play this psychology game with me, like, no, you had that before. No, ma'am, I did not have that before. Okay, this happened during the time I had the shot, because I only took one, but that one just cleared and verified for me that I'm not doing it no more. I'm not taking vaccination. I'm not taking any flu shots, vaccinations. And, there are people that probably their immune system for the time being, they okay. But a lot of people I've come across, they've gotten sick, extremely sick. And I'm just,
Since you're talking about vaccinations,
I just don't want to do it.
We're going to talk about this. We're going to have to talk about this next week.
What's that?
This article here that I'm about to pull up. This one here is about this man who, look at that, able to speak, walk, see, or breathe just days after getting the flu shot.
And somebody stupid will say, "Oh, this is photoshopped," or "This is not a true story." Somebody will always.
This is a valid story. This is a real story. Because even the parents spoke out. So how the hell is it fake?
It's just, or somebody's doing something just to get fame or get some money. Like, I'm so over ignorance of people.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just sorry that she had to go. I'm sorry she had to go through that. I am. I can't even imagine what she's seen in that life.
Since you bring that up, I want to read this here. This is a snapshot from a YouTube, a person who made a comment within this video. And I guess someone snapshot it and it's been spreading like wildfire on social media. Kim Porter was ready to come out with a book in March of 2019, and Diddy was going to mention in the book. Well, he was going to be mentioned in the book. He wasn't happy about what Kim was going to reveal in the book. Her book was almost finished. I don't believe in coincidences. She was going to start announcing a book tour in 4 weeks from now, and the young woman turns up dead. She was going to talk about Diddy bisexuality, and other male rap artists were mentioned in her upcoming book. The media never tells you the entire story. Just as she was in the hospital fighting for her life, her home was broken into, and two of her laptops just simply vanished. Well, like I said, when it comes to entertainment, nothing is what it seems. They probably put the story of, her having pneumonia, having it for 3 weeks, and the doctors are not tending to her health. They make it sound so convincing that you believe it. But the media never tell you the entire story because they're not working for the people. They're working for the higher ups. So I just wanted to add that in there since you mentioned that correlated with what you were saying.
You have anything else?
No, that
okay.
For that, yeah, I'm good on that.
So here's one in regards to, it's coming from HollywoodLife.com, and the title is Kim Porter's son Quincy Brown still coming to terms with her death, how he's healing. Okay, and I'm not sure what. Okay, so this is December 5th, 2018. Okay, again coming from HollywoodLife.com. Quincy Brown is trying to stay strong for his younger siblings following Kim Porter's death. The actor has been surrounded by friends and family who've been supporting him as he continues to heal and grieve. And again, yes, in the beginning you really didn't hear anything about Quincy.
You heard more about Christians.
You heard more about Christians, but now He is a wonderful actor. Okay? So, Quincy Brown, 27, is staying strong for his family following his mother, Kim Porter, untimely death. Quincy still comes to terms with the loss of his mom. It was so unexpected and such a shock. A source close to the actor tells HollywoodLife.com exclusively. Quincy and his mom were so close, there's going to be a hole in his life forever, but he's doing his best to stay strong, not only for himself, but also for his younger sisters and his brother. Quincy knows his mom would want them to all keep on living their lives to the fullest, so that's what he's determined to do. And that's what he plans to do. Quincy has since returned to the set of Star in Atlanta to continue filming on the show. You think not?
Yeah.
Not being disrespectful, but as much as it's a struggle to move forward in the midst of so much grief, it's also helping him heal. He's getting so much support from all the cast and crew, and it's giving him something to focus his mind on other than his pain. It's absolutely what his mom would want too. She was always his biggest cheerleader and so proud of his talent. The actor paid tribute to his late mother in an Instagram post on December 2nd, sharing a smiling selfie of the pair. You showed me how to simply live life and be happy no matter the circumstances. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I miss and love you so much, Mommy. Brown captured the photo. Brown previously paid tribute to his mother just days after her death. He shared a throwback photo on Instagram that featured him, Porter, and her twins. I am broken, and the only thing that makes sense right now is that you were way too good for this silly world we live in, which Brown wrote on November the 18th. I love you so much, Mommy. Please give Mima the biggest hug and kiss for me, which that's probably his grandmother. Brown is Porter's son from her relationship with producer Albie Shore. However, he was raised by the model's former love over 13 years, which is Diddy, who's 49. Combs and Porter also share, as Uno said before, 3 other children: a son Christian, who is 20, and the 11-year-old twin daughters, Delilah Starr and Jessie James. Following Porter's death, Diddy vowed he would always look after Brown and all of the kids. As previously reported, Kim Porter was found dead in her bed at the Los Angeles area home on the morning of Thursday, November the 15th, 2018. The cause of death is unknown, as an autopsy and toxicology test results are still pending. At the time, LA Coroner's Office told Hollywood Life the following: on November 16th, an autopsy was performed on Porter. The cause of death was deferred pending additional tests. Porter's body has since been released from our facility. The actress was reportedly suffering from flu or pneumonia type symptoms for weeks before her death. So I'm definitely not trying to sound insensitive as far as, you losing a loved one that's so close to you, but also knowing how that celebrity world
they get down
is. And the sacrifices that they make, like sacrificing your mother. You see how old West is.
Kanye West.
He
West. Been the same
he
since.
has not been the same since his mother's.
All that guilt.
I feel like he sacrificed his mother.
Oh, he said it. It's not like this is a fairy tale or false or fictitious. This man openly admitted to saying that he sacrificed his mom for this shit. Exactly how he said it. How I just said it, he said it exactly like that.
Right.
So, I mean, what?
And how Jennifer Hudson sacrificed her family. And
she did like 3 family members, didn't she?
I think so.
Yeah.
And so many more of
People
them
caught on to that.
that right.
She couldn't really hide that.
Right.
That's fucked up. Yeah,
And how so many more of them just like really?
All for money and fame. Wow.
That's really but it catches back up that karma.
Yeah.
That karma and them powers to be. It just
that's why they pay.
And if you don't keep up on it and keep feeding them what they want, then you'll start coming down to being to be nothing.
And nothing could be literally and figuratively. Die nothing. So your soul is took, because that's what they want anyway.
Right.
So I mean, the things that people do for fame and success, but you know the devil catches you at the most vulnerable times of your life, when you're down, all the way down, and people fall for it, because again, that's just the tricks of the devil. They know when to come.
They sure do.
Satan's one bad man. Force. I say force.
Force. Right.
Is there something you want to read?
I don't know. I might just let you finish it off. I'm not sure if this is the one I want to do. It's kind of.
What was the headline?
The Grapevine.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, Roundup. Yeah, I like that. I like to hear it, and I'm sure the people want to hear it.
Well, you can go ahead. My mouth is.
Your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I'll read.
No, I can. Take a little break, and then I'll.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Finish it.
This is coming from eonline.com. Headline: Kim Porter's cause of death under additional investigation as autopsy is completed. This is November 16th, 2018. The Los Angeles County Coroner has called for an additional investigation into the death of Kim Porter, one day after the model, actress, and longtime girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs were discovered dead at the age of 47. E! News has learned her cause of death is currently deferred for further testing. As previously reported, Porter was said to be receiving medical treatment for pneumonia prior to her passing. First responders were called to her Toluca Lake, California home on Thursday over a potential cardiac arrest episode. Detectives also told the media they do not suspect foul play. Let's see. E! News has learned that the hip-hop mogul is very heartbroken and trying to figure out next steps for his children. Diddy and Porter were together across a 13-year span, and despite their 2007 split, always remained the best of friends and committed to a partnership. Yeah, there's just certain parts I wanted to read here. So, in the aftermath of Porter's shocking death, celebrities close to the famous family spoke out with heartfelt words for Diddy and the three children. It's crazy because 50 Cent actually responded to this, and I thought he was going to come on some really disrespectful, inconsiderate shit, but he didn't. He really kept it respectful, so I never expected him to say any damn thing, but yeah. So his children, Christian, his daughters, Delilah and Jesse, and their 27-year-old son, Quincy, they all are mourning their mother's death. And of course, Diddy, I guess so, whatever. Understandably devastated over the unexpected loss. So that's coming from E! Online. So yeah, they're going to have additional testing on her untimely death because it sounds suspicious to me, but they got to clean it up and make sure it comes off to the world as something that was accidental. They play this game. But we are in the sacrifice season, winter solstice. So let's keep in mind that we got to get into the esoteric part of this entertainment, the dark, spiritual, and esoteric part of this industry. And again, like I said, if you align yourself with the entertainment industry, and if something happens, not what the media paints it out to be, nothing is what it seems. So you have to really assess everything that pertains to celebrities, whether it's a death or even the situation with Kevin Hart. Because all of a sudden with Kevin Hart, these LGBTQ, these anti-LGBTQ comments come out. Something he posted several years ago. And this comes out all of a sudden. What did he not do for this to come out? That's my question. What did he not do? Whatever he didn't do, now all of a sudden this comes out. And now that people make it seem like he's just a hater of the LGBTQ community. And of course, Kevin Hart backtracked because he said he didn't apologize, which he did. And then he backtracked and apologized when he shouldn't have, because he said in the video that he addressed this too many times. So why apologize if you already addressed this too many times? And when he did apologize, he still didn't get the gig. So you might as well just not apologize and ran with it. Because, I mean, we know the gay mafia runs the industry. Yeah. So, I mean, I just had to assess that because it's like, okay, this is showing some kind of strange timing. Why now? Why all of a sudden tweets just pop up out of nowhere? Now it's a big controversy over what he said. I mean, come on. So going back to what I'm saying, if it's entertainment, don't take it for face value. What you don't think it is actually what it is. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would not. It's very sad. It's very sad what people will do for money on a high level like that, as well as a low level. Them trying to get up to that level.
Right.
I wouldn't want to. I've never idolized. I may have had some people I looked at as mentor or appreciated.
Oh yeah, you had some little inspiration going on.
Right.
Like that.
I've never ever wanted to be in that world because I had my moments where I'm a introvert and like my space and all that. My idea of extrovert is something different. So.
Well, at one point, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be in it, but see, I didn't have knowledge of the entertainment industry. So just let's say, suppose I went in there and had no knowledge of it, I would have been caught up like the rest of them because I wanted that bad to be in that space. But now, especially I'm getting to a different level of my life where I've had personal. I'm not talking about fame here. I'm just talking about personal experience with people, and I've seen people do things to me, and it changed my thought of people, and not just at the spiritual part of the world, everything. Like my life changed, and now I'm seeking knowledge, I'm seeking truth. And then when I finally started to research more about the entertainment industry, I'm like, no, it's not worth it. I said, I'm good on that. I'm very good on that. I just stay independent and do my own thing. It's not that serious. And like you, Jay, yeah, especially me being an introvert. But the difference is I would have not been introverted in that industry because, again, especially if that's something I'm passionate about, nah, I'm not gonna be introverted. Like, yeah, I'm gonna want to be out there. This is me being ignorant to the industry. But now having knowledge of the industry and the dark side of the industry and what it takes for you to get in certain positions and reach a certain level. No. I'd rather just do it the righteous way and work for it than just to be automatically given to me, but I have to pay a price for it.
Absolutely.
Right. So. I mean, but I feel what you're saying, Jay. I mean, and it's like you sacrificing a lot. It's like once you get in, you can't get out. Who wants to live like that? I mean, that's some scary stuff if you really sit there and think about it.
Right.
You're trapped. You're
right.
Spiritually trapped. And then it's not like you just dealing with people. You dealing with actual entities in the industry. And I'm not talking about human entities. All this whistleblowing that's coming out, like whether celebrities are saying it, rather insiders who's in the industry, they don't have to necessarily be actors or actresses or rappers or singers. They could be having other positions in the industry and they tell all about it. Yeah, that is some scary shit.
Mm.
And just being trapped where you know your life is a ticking time bomb every day. Your life is on the line every day, and they control everything you do. They hover. I mean, the I've heard the accounts of the celebrities not having mirrors in their home. They can't even look themselves in the mirror because there's demonic entities right there. They haunt them every night. They can't sleep. They got to sleep with other people. Or there's actually entities live within these human people here, whether that's rappers, singers, whoever, whatever entertainers it is, they have entities living in them. I mean, that alone is crazy. And then they sign these contracts and blood, and there's conditions like you sign up to be a clone, so they can kill you off anytime they want to, and just roll out multiple clones and be in 6, 7 different places at one time. Like it's just so much that you got to deal with being a celebrity. That make anybody do drugs or be an alcoholic or violent or whatever the case is. So if people wonder why they unhappy and want to kill themselves and doing heavy drugs, heavy alcohol, whatever else they dabble in, that is why. There's so much to it. Eating shit, drinking piss, having sex with animals. I mean, come on. Is it worth it?
Unfortunately for them, it is, but not for me. It is not. I'd rather be independent and work for it. I will feel personally more fulfillment, like you're saying.
Yeah, I'd rather have my own personal fulfillment.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not that deep.
It's not.
It ain't worth it, man. And then hell, that money that they put out here, this facade, like you said, 10 million and 15 million. Half of them don't got that kind of money. And for real, that's even a facade. Think about it. Think about these celebrities that die broke. So, yeah, it's crazy. But rest in peace to Kim Porter, man.
Yes, definitely rest in peace. I hope that she finds peace and healing in that other world wherever she is at.
But that's the risk she took.
But yeah.
Aligning with Diddy. I mean, I just hate to say it like that, but that's the risk she took. So you can be a target at any time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So guys, this is it for us this evening.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed this show, as I enjoy all of them. I'll start off with Facebook, and maybe you can do Instagram. So please join us. We are on Facebook, of course. We have a Chit Chat Chew Show Facebook page where you can go and like it, Chit Chat Chew Show. We also have a group, Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. We have a page where you can like if you are part of the LGBTQ community, as well as our allies can join there. That is Lotus Monk. And then we have 2 pages that are under construction right now, but you still can like them. We have Be Authentic, capital B, or just B, and Authentic, AUTHENTIC, Be Authentic. Again, it is under construction. As well as we have Boss Swag, BAWSESWAG. So those 2 pages are under construction, but please still like them. Make sure that you share all of our shows or episodes. Shows. Listen to them, like them, share, and support. please, on any of them, it wants listening to, the shows that we give out, dialogue, even if it's after this, just dialogue is fine. We definitely go back and we check on them.
Right.
I know I do.
I mean,
yeah. So yeah,
run your mouths any other time.
Right.
On whether it's your personal page, my personal page, I want to hear feedback on our podcast. The same feedback you give us on our personal pages, give us feedback.
Absolutely.
In the comment section, please. We love the feedback.
Right. Like, we appreciate how many people we reach, but we would like for you to leave comments. Leave comments. It's fine. So those are our Facebook outlets that you can go to.
Instagram at Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. Follow us on Instagram. We have a Twitter at CCCS_podcast. One more again, CCCS_podcast. That's on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Tweet about us on Twitter. We have a YouTube, Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. Subscribe to our channel. Like, comment, and share. We would love your positive feedback and negative feedback. All feedback is good. Thank you in advance. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications on YouTube. We get updates about our show and even shows that we've done or doing. And that's it for tonight.
And Twitter. Okay. As far as our Chit Chat Chew podcast, we are on Twitter at CC.
Oh, I just said that.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah, just said that.
Did you say Lotus Monk?
No, I didn't say Lotus. I'll let you do Lotus.
So for Lotus Monk, again, we have a LGBTQ Lotus Monk on Twitter, which is at Lotus Projects. So like us, positive, like-minded people, get with it. Let's support each other. Let's do that. Let us not just be about running our mouths. Let us network and see what's up, possibly connect, support us, as I know that we've definitely supported people. So we just like that back. Financial is always great as well. Did you do the website?
No, I didn't do the website.
Okay, as far as our website, we do have, which that is going to be updated as well. We're going to have so
many things we got to do.
So many things, but we're going to get one thing at a time done.
Yes.
We do have a website, www.chitchatchewshow.com. Again, www.chitchatchewshow.com. You can go on there. Support is great. Trust me, it is. But also financial support is great as well. We do have a donation bell if you would like to donate, to contribute to our business. All monies go towards our businesses. So we appreciate that in advance. I believe we have a guest book where you can sign in. We do have some of the soaps on there that's going to be updated soon as well. We just have a lot of projects that we are working on, and so again, it will get out there, and see, that's what it is. Like, when you work in full time and you do business, as well as when you have your own business, like it's a serious thing. This is not a hobby. We are very much legit, and we appreciate you guys in advance for any emotional support as well as financial support, and we appreciate you guys. So thank you for tuning in, Michelle Pearson, as well as those that will listen to the replay afterwards. So that's all I have to say, and hope that you have an enjoyable evening, or based on wherever you're at, your time zone. Just have a wonderful, wonderful time, and have a better tomorrow. If you're in Atlanta, there's a warning for black ice. So if you got to be out there tomorrow,
be careful.
Definitely be careful. Drive safe. and just all of that great, awesome stuff.
Right. But make sure you're keeping up with the weather for tomorrow. So
Absolutely.
that way you can hide, you know, it can give you the tools to navigate as you're out here in this cold, wet, slippery weather. And also updating whether you got to come into work or school or whatever, not, you know. So yeah, definitely want to be out there safe, and yeah, really stay safe and just be careful out there. That's it.
Thank you locally and thank you globally.
Absolutely.
Have a great evening.
Good night. Peace.